Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm gonna be answering an email from one of my subscribers, Paul Lucky. So he's just asking a question in here. I think it's about the cover letter he has in here in the title. So let me just read this to you. Hi Telmo, thank you so much for your videos. It motivates me to work hard and to not give up. I'm also a web developer. Recently, I've finished a Treehouse Tech degree as a full-stack JavaScript. Really good choice, Paul. So I write my CV, and it would be awesome if you can provide me your example. I have a question. Is it really important to send a CV in 2019? I think there's like some kind of confusion in here between like CV and cover letter. So basically like a CV or curriculum vitae, how we call it in here in Europe. In the US, I guess you can call it a resume. So a CV or curriculum vitae is just like basically where you put all your information about your skills, who you are, and all these kind of things. And a cover letter is going to be actually like a different file, a different text that you should send about why are you applying to that company, what kind of projects you have been working on, you know, a bit more in-depth information. I don't really think that you need to send a cover letter, but a CV is really important, because any recruiters, any company, this is the first thing that they are going to look into a candidate, their CV. So let me just finish what you have in here. You say, last week I started applying without a CV and I didn't get any calls or feedback. I have only a resume and portfolio. If you want to check, it's rodoslavov.heroku.com. Okay, so this is your portfolio website. Looking at it, the first thing, it looks really good, like for someone who is starting out for their first job. I think the design looks good. It's different from the regular ones. You got your image in here, which is really good. Got your name. What you are, a full-stack JavaScript developer. So this tells me that you are good with JavaScript, and this is a kind of a position that you are looking for. In here it just like talks a little bit about yourself, JavaScript, ES6, React, Node.js, SQL, and then you got a couple of projects in here. One thing that I always recommend you guys is, of course, to just like put your best projects in here, but I would say to not put more than 3 projects. I think the perfect number is really 3, because someone who is gonna look into, imagine that they have a position open for their company and they're gonna have like 100 people applying, or who knows, sometimes there is a lot of people applying, sometimes there is not so many people, but people like in the HR or even me, for example, if I'm looking at some other candidates, we don't want to look through 10 projects, 8 projects. We just want to see a few, like 1, 2, 3 maximum. So for example, if I click on this one in here to check your this project in here, the Wheel of Success, I really like that you are putting in here some kind of pictures about your project for me to actually see how does it look like without having to do anything else, so I can have a feel of what is it like. I like that you are putting in here like the kind of technologies, the languages that you are using. So we are using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, object-oriented programming. I like that you have a live demo and a GitHub repo. So if I'm gonna click on the GitHub repo, I'm gonna check in here, for example, a little bit about your code. So I can see, for example, you are using the latest ES6. You're using arrow functions, a lot of different functions in here. It shows me that it looks like that you know what you are doing. I like the design of this project in here, for example. So if I'm gonna press start, I'm just gonna start. So I can see it's a kind of a game. So I'm gonna put A, you got a lot of different things. So I'm gonna put I, M, O, and Phrase Hunter, you lost, better luck next time. So it's a really good project in here. But going back now to your question in here, a cover letter basically can be replaced with this kind of information that you are giving about each one of your projects. So for example, if you can put in here some kind of this a more in-depth description about the project, for example, why did you start this project? You could say, for example, that you wanted to improve your skills with object oriented programming. You could say, for example, what kind of things did you find the hardest, you know, that you were trying to solve this problem and you couldn't, or how did you manage to do it? All of these kind of things, if you put it in this kind of text, a more in-depth, it's like a story about the project, so we know that it was actually you doing this. It's a bit more personalized, because there is a problem nowadays that there is so many courses out there, YouTube tutorials and everything, and people basically they are just copying the projects, and you can see basically that they are not learning that much, and they are just like putting a project of someone else. They are not creating them by themselves. And if you put this kind of information in here, it just gives you like this more personalized feel, like you actually did this, and what kind of challenges did you face and how did you overcome them, and what did you learn from these, and why did you start this kind of project. All of these is going to be like your cover letter. Is going to give you a lot of more backup to your skills. But finally, just like to reply to this question in here, do you need a CV, like a curriculum vitae? Yes, obviously you need, and I'll probably do a different video from these, just like specialized just for how you can write a CV. I'm gonna give you like a live example, probably in the next video or so. Maybe I will do this, because I think this is important, because when people are just writing down CVs that are really generalized and you are not putting your strongest skills in there, you don't have too much chance against other people who are applying. So yeah, I guess this answers your question. If not, just let me know in the comments down below. If someone else has some kind of questions about this, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, I really like your portfolio website in here. It has a lot of good things, like I said, that I can see. For example, the GitHub repo, that I could see, for example, like in this one, the live demo, the GitHub repo. I can see these pictures. I would put something else. For example, this is my first portfolio website. I think I showed it a couple of times. It's not like the best portfolio ever, but there is some things from here that if I was gonna apply for a job, like I'm someone completely new, that I would put. Something like this is always nice to have as well. So for example, some kind of desktop, tablets and mobile, to show how does it look like. So you have in here already some images in here about your project. You could show, for example, how does it look like on a desktop, on a tablet, on a mobile. This gives another good feel to your portfolio. And like I said, just try to write down a little bit more about your projects. Why did you start them? What kind of challenges did you have? What did you learn from them? Why did you use object-oriented programming? All these kind of things, okay? And I guess that's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions about this, let me know in the comments down below. I will make a video specifically about how to write a CV, because this was a question in here from Paul, and I guess there is more people asking about it. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.